Robin, when Carla called you with the diagnosis, to tell you, and I know that Carla was keeping you apprised leading up to that, but what were the things that what were you worried most about once you got the diagnosis as it relates to Carla and her family?
How do you survive? How do you survive something so cruel and mean and unexpected and terrifying? And how will they do it? And I know I said on the phone that night, I will be there. I meant mentally and physically and spiritually. And I said it that night. Whatever happens, I will be beside you.
Well, and when I told her of the diagnosis, it had been after 2 days of us knowing the probable diagnosis, and I withheld from her because I wasn't ready to make that public yet. We were waiting for one more test to fully confirm, but I didn't want to let them in on it yet. And I remember in that first reveal, I had already sort of figured out a way to present it and manage my own reaction. And I said, this is going to be terrible. This is going to be brief. It's not going to take up the entirety of our lives, which was a fear of other diagnoses. And I think I even said in that moment, we can mourn for a day, but then we've got to get together and do this. Mm-hmm. So I think I was afraid of my parents falling into a pit of despair when I had already steeled myself up. Mm-hmm. Even though I didn't really know what was coming ahead, but I knew that I needed everyone around me to have the energy to focus on it and not wallow.
Because Larry and I were tested for the disease in 1978 and knew what it was. We knew what Carla was saying to us when she said it. And
not a good day.
Not 9:30 at night either.
No, sorry.
That's also how I knew it was something. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Carla, hearing you describe the build up to and sort of what I hear you saying is you thought very hard about, you were sending a message to your mother about the tone you wanted to take with all of this, and you were cueing her for how you wanted this, for how you wanted the family to be thinking about it and doing that. Did you do that partially because you were trying to protect your mother from her own grief?
Certainly. I think my parents they're wonderful helpers. They find solutions to things. And here I was presenting us with a problem with no real solution. And so I worried about both of their ability to be in that. But my mom and I specifically have we talk about emotional things, and we talk about stories of other people's tragedies frequently, and sort of we like to put ourselves in other people's shoes, I think, and picture the world through their eyes. And now we were in possession of this terrible story, and so I worried, just like I worried for myself. I think I see a lot of myself in my mom, and so I certainly worried about my parents' emotional ability to handle it, because we hadn't ever been through anything so serious before.
Well, thank you for worrying so much about me. It's your daughter. It's for us.
You said that frequently.
For us to worry about you.
Yeah, but I couldn't stop. I think I wanted to control the blast. Since I knew I was the epicenter, Talia was the epicenter, I thought she was like holding a hand grenade, and and I needed to control the external blast. And you guys, the grandparents were in that blast zone, and so I wanted to do as much proactive controlling of the universe as possible. But I think my mom did remind me repeatedly, like, you are at the center of this. Stop worrying about me so much.